Yeah.
So wait, you hate getting attention?
I'm not a fan, no.
So then did you hate the Seinfeld thing?
That was cool because I didn't have to do anything, and it's not on me, really. It's on him. Like, I got to sit at home and go, hey, this is awesome. But if there's someone to put a camera on me, I would have hated that.
Yeah. Then if you don't know, Seinfeld said that he was like, you were like his favorite up-and-coming comic, which was still pretty cool.
Oh, unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm over the moon about it. All those nights of running around paid off.
Well, speaking of Seinfeld, who have you met that made you the most nervous?
Well, he was one, obviously. When I met Louis C.K., I was freaking out just because I think he's one of the best. Bill Burr made me nervous because he's so aggressive.
Yeah.
You know? So that was terrifying. Then he actually yelled at me about something. I'll tell you that later. And I was shitting myself. So yeah, Seinfeld is probably the most.
Really?
I mean, he's a living legend, you know. And I talked to him for about an hour and a half one night in a green room. And I'll tell you, the first 10 minutes, I'm shitting blood. I'm so nervous. This guy, this voice, this face that I've grown up with, seen in my house for my whole life with my parents and everything. After 10 minutes, it was totally fine. He was just a comic.
Really?
Yeah, it was so cool. You know, he's just a Long Island guy who likes baseballs and cars.
Yeah, an hour and a half with Seinfeld.
Yeah.
That's like a record.
We went over everything.
That's awesome.
It's funny because we were talking. He was doing stuff I'd heard in interviews. I'm like, this guy's got nothing. You know, he's repeating shit.
Well, what was your process? What was the process of getting in the Cellar for you?
Interesting process. I was opening for Schumer for years, and everybody's like, why hasn't she gotten you this? Why hasn't she gotten you that? I'm like, hey, easy, man. I'm opening for her. That's enough. They're like, she's got to get you into people just want to get more out of people.
Yeah.
And it's gross. And they're like, you got to ask her about the Cellar. And I never asked, never brought it up. And then one day we were driving back from the Hartford Funny Bone, and she goes, you know what? What are you doing tonight? And I said, I got a bar show or an open mic. She goes, I'm going to get a Cellar audition. And she texted Esty right there. And Esty wrote me, hey, we'll see at 11:30. And it was like a Saturday night or Sunday night. I didn't go on till 1:30, and I had to follow Jim Norton, who this was like at the height of O&A.
Yeah.
And he went on. The place went nuts. And I remember this hot girl walked to the bathroom, and he went, what's your name? And she goes, I'm Sheila. And he goes, are you single? He goes, she's like, now I am. I had a boyfriend, but screw him. I like you. And he's murdering. And I go up and I just took a Hail Mary, and I said, well, I was dating Sheila till a minute ago, and that killed, and I think I was home free after that.
That's perfect. What do you think it was better to not have like a lot of prep? You just, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, shit, I'm going up tonight?
Well, actually, I knew I was going on at 11:30, so I called in a ton of favors and ran the 5 minutes at like 3 different spots.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
What's like your favorite Cellar night you've ever had?
Woo! Boy, we've had so many. We had one where the night Jon Stewart, The Daily Show, ended for him. He came by, and then we all convinced him to go on, and he was the nicest guy, and he went on and had a roast set. But just some amazing, they taped that TV show now.
Yeah, which is great.
It's a great show, but it's a lot of pressure. You get the notes, you get the topics 2 days before, and you got to write out perfect, flawless bits that you're going to be on television with, so that's scary. And but yeah, we've just had so many drunk nights and headlocks, and then if you do a late night, they play it at the Cellar on the big screen, and all the comics get together and hoot and holler. So
that's awesome.
It's a special place. It's terrifying and it makes you anxious, but it's special.
Who's like the most random person you've seen there?
Oh, Matt Damon's there a lot. John Mayer, obviously, with Chappelle. I saw Jennifer Lawrence there once. Saw Katy Perry and John Mayer make out at the table. That was pretty crazy. Who else have I seen there? There's all kind of, you get your Ray Romanos and your Chappelle's, your Rock, Stanhope I see there every now and then. But yeah, there's always some weirdo celebrity. Oh, Paul Rudd might have been the weirdest.
Really?
That was the craziest. Yeah, he was shit-faced. He was doing that bumping mics.
Oh,
with
the Tell and Ross?
David Tell, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was drunk, and he watched both shows. So eventually they were like, come on, get up here. And he killed it.
Oh, he did do stand-up?
Well, he did, like, riffing.
Oh, yeah, he's just...
And it was great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I was just going to ask you something else about the Cellar. Do you miss it, like, when you... It's got to be the hardest place to leave like to me, this Comedy Works is like only thing not close, like closest to the Cellar. Would you say? I always compare it like
run by a woman, packed out, good reputation. You don't really miss it because it's so nerve wracking. You know, you're always, I didn't get enough spots this week. Is she mad at me? I didn't have a great set, and it's all filmed so she can see it in her house.
Oh wow!
And so you're just like, I didn't get any spots this week. Is it because of that set I had last week? Did she see that? When I flipped out on that heckler, was that bad? You know, and you just so. Then there's like celebrities there. You get bumped all the time. Judd Apatow, Aziz, all these people are coming in. So it's nerve wracking, but
yeah,
any good thing has its flaws, I guess.
Yeah.
So you don't miss it. Every now and then it's good to get away, but
yeah.